gentlemen, this is Kate
And our
on the road.
on the road heading north.
Heading north. Guys, this is the trip home from vacation.
Vacation. We look relaxed.
Let me tell you, we had a phenomenal trip. The
We
weather
really did.
was perfection. I tell you, when you guys it's heading to Florida, they tell you the weather's going to be bad. Just ride it out. 'Cause I'm
You
telling
gotta
you,
ride that weather out.
it often doesn't materialize. The bad weather that they said was going to be there, it kept moving back, and we had one day
Yesterday.
yesterday that
It
this
was
fog
pea
came
soup.
in, and they said, don't worry, fog will be gone by 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, they said it'll be gone by 11. That fog lasted just about all day. I mean, a thick fog. We were on the 14th floor, and you walk outside, and it's like you're living in a cloud.
I actually got lost, and until you went with a foghorn, I couldn't find my way back.
So anyway, as you guys just saw, the fog and the fog had died out, and then later in the afternoon, you're seeing all these ballooners
Where's baby?
coming by.
She's out there on the beach somewhere.
Now, what are those little things, little motor on the back of the balloons? Did we decide what those are called?
Well, that's what we want to know. You can feel free to comment in the space below. It's like a parasail with a gas-powered motor flying.
Strapped to their back.
I'll have to tell you something about gas on your back and in the air.
I just wonder,
It doesn't sound
do they
good.
rent those things? I mean, is there somewhere you can go, you get in line,
I don't
and they're
think-
like, all right, sir, step on up. You want a small, medium, or large? Give me a medium. They strap that thing on your back. It's like, okay, we're going to start you off here. Stand still. It's like having I think basically those are like backpack blowers with a fan blade. So one day, it was actually picture day. That was
Picture day.
we did that
Christmas
thing.
picture day.
Yeah, we did it on Thanksgiving Day.
We did. Right at sunset.
And we went down and set up a tripod. Got out the old ukulele as a prop.
Uked it up.
And there was a time when I was a youngster that to go, because there's people all over this beach, and you're trying to figure out, okay, you don't want these people
I don't want them watching us.
in your photograph.
No, they were in there.
But there was a time I would have felt self-conscious about
Oh, I did.
getting out there with them. But now at this late age and stage,
You're
just
just
like,
letting your freak flag fly, aren't you? FFF. Triple F.
there you go. But we got out, we set up the tripod, and I angled it so we was kind of looking out to sea towards the little pier. And like I said, literally there was people all around us. But
And then you said,
never know it.
pose. And I did this. And a little of this.
Yeah,
And a little of that.
I thought it was a little much. When I said show them your boobs, I was just kidding about that. You didn't actually have to pull it down.
And there's just one more thing we need to talk about. The joke of the week was old orange. The orange
yeah.
purse.
Yeah.
Does this color remind you of anything? It's
Yeah.
not Clemson orange. It's not Bowling Green orange.
Rhonda, she does a lot of late night shopping, so occasionally there'll be things that just appear, and I'll be
They
like,
just show up. You don't
like, hey,
need
what
to know.
is this? I don't remember.
You're on a
this.
need to know basis.
And anyway, we get out of the car at the Cracker Barrel on the way
This is on the way down a week ago.
and she throws this big old orange thing over her shoulder and starts sashaying into the Cracker Barrel. I'm like, well, what is that?
We like to call it a
And she
Roncholo.
goes, that's my purse. I'm like, well, I've never seen that before. She goes, oh yeah, I've had this for years.
Had it forever.
Which may or may not be true.
It
I don't
is
know
true.
yet. It's true.
Yeah, I took it to the Caribbean. Is it
And
Caribbean?
she says, how do you like it? I said, well, it looks nice. I said, but I'll tell you, if we get near a drowning man, somebody's going to take that thing away from you and throw it into him because it looks just like a life preserver.
I think I saw it in the pool once this week too.
Speaking of which, I thought we was going to have to use it. All right,
Oh,
I think I
jeez.
mentioned to you earlier we're on the 14th floor.
Yes.
And we're out on the balcony, and we're looking up and down the beach.
And
at
this
all
was
the
Thanksgiving
activity.
Day. I think the person ate too much turkey.
Yeah, this was Thanksgiving Day, and this guy was swimming out, and Rhonda's like, "Look at that crazy man out
He
there
just kept
swimming
going
way out
out.
there."
I was very worried.
And I'm like, "Well, maybe he's in a riptide, and he thinks he's trying to get out of the
He didn't know what he
riptide."
was doing.
But he kept swimming out, and he wasn't swimming directly out. He was kind of swimming out at an angle, and I was
It was
thinking
weird.
maybe he thinks he's going I was sure he was confused because it made no sense, and he didn't look like that great of a swimmer. I mean, he looked like he was
He didn't look
tired,
good.
you know,
He was flailing and
he was wasting a lot of motion. He had his head up. I
yeah,
mean,
it was not good.
thinking to myself, I don't know about this.
I was ready to go save him.
But he kept swimming out further and further, and finally we came to the conclusion and said, if we had to stand here on this balcony and watch this poor man drown, there's nothing we could do. We couldn't get to him.
I don't think we could. The surf was way too big.
Nobody on the shore to get to him. So we started scanning up and down the shore to say, hey, is anybody watching this guy?
There was one guy that was watching him.
Does he have a wife, a mother, a friend, somebody that's saying, come back, you're out too far?
It was weird.
But he just keeps going, drifting further and further down the beach. I mean, the guy's getting away from us.
Did he ever come back? We got involved in pictures, so we hope he made it.
Well, I tell you what, the only idea that I had at all is that, hey, if he gets back a little bit close, because he did finally start swimming back, I thought if he don't make it, I'm going to chunk Rhonda's purse out there to him with everything.